What up, though, and welcome to Wokish, your ratchet source of sophisticated ignorance. We've come to baffle you with our bullish and dazzle you with our brilliance. Y'all, let's give it up for our anniversary episode. It's episode 4.
Yeah.
So Wokish is a podcast for the people by some really dope people. Our goal is to open your eyes to what's going on in the Black community and to have the important conversations for the culture. I am the infamous First Lady E, and let me introduce you to our captain, Mr. Scooby Rose.
Yo, what it do, family? Welcome. It's our anniversary, y'all. One time for it.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
To us.
I knew somebody was going to sing it. I knew it.
It's our anniversary.
See?
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta try again.
Today is a special day.
You going to the verse?
Call my own. All right.
Let the record show that was Coach and it was Scooby.
The podcast don't go. You gotta hear it singing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, aunties of all ages, welcome to our anniversary episode, y'all. I am His Royal Dopeness, Scooby Rose. To my right, we have Mr. P. Robinson. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. Chilling.
How was your week, brother?
My week was good. I got a new name.
I'm not calling you. The only reason we called you Hollywood was because you sat up the whole meeting on your phone, as you always do.
As always.
I was handling business. It was effective.
Yeah, okay. I heard a couple cutie pies and some mild sauce coming up out of there.
My God.
I thought mild sauce was banned.
Y'all so rude and disrespectful.
Shay Latissa in this piece.
Yo.
How you doing, baby?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great. How was your week?
Cold.
Y'all,
Yeah, very cold. Yeah. What was that, Thursday when they told us to turn our thermostat down to like 65? And I was like, no.
You did it? Oh, I was about to say, I don't think anybody did.
No.
I mean, I did it, but I was just like, oh my God. I could not wait for that stuff to be over. I was freezing.
Yeah, I definitely didn't turn my heat down at all. So
Definitely did.
if y'all lost y'all power, that's probably my fault. D-Walk, brother.
Yo.
How's your week, man?
Oh, man, it was good. I can't complain. Decent work week. Nothing too eventful happened, really. Just enjoying it, man. Trying to get past all this cold. I'm ready for the warmth to come.
Yeah, speak that into existence. Can we get some El Nino in this piece in the middle of February?
A little Cinco de Mayo in January.
Coach, what's up, bro?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. It's been a good week, man. Can't complain not one bit whatsoever.
He went straight to it. All right, Coach.
I'm about to get it in today, man. That's what I'm ready for.
Anniversary, Coach.
All right, turn up, Coach.
Right, Coach said put him in a game.
Put me in. Dom G, hey, baby. How you doing?
Awesome. How you doing?
I'm great. How was your week?
It was okay. My week was good. It was good, yeah. Nothing exciting.
Nothing exciting. You just started your new job this week, didn't you?
I'm still training. No, it's like week 2 training. But
Okay. Yeah. Do all the things that we tell you, not what we show you.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's the kind of trainer that I've always been.
And I'm going to still do what I want to do.
Yeah. First lady.
What's going on, Scoob?
How you doing?
I'm great.
How was your week?
It was terrible.
Oh.
Whoa.
Talk to
I
us.
want to shout out all of the teachers in the world because I spent all week at home with my 8-year-old and my 3-year-old, and I'm crazy now. Like, I can't. You people have a special grace on your life, and we pray for you daily because I just, a week with mine, I can't. They're going to summer school. Like it's I'm signing them up for camps as we speak. Like I can't do it again.
Oh wow. Well, my week was pretty smooth. I'm in week 3 of my new position at work. It was my first time supervising the special service desk by myself. Yesterday. It was cool. I mean, it was a little hectic at times, but I think I held it down. So yeah, it was a pretty good week, and it's our anniversary, y'all. One more time.
It's our anniversary.
One more time.
Four times.
Anniversary. All right, let's get it going, y'all. It is the last episode. Well, technically, it's the beginning of our recording for the month of February, but it is our 4th episode, which means it's time to kick somebody's ass out the culture, y'all.
Let's go.
Somebody gotta go.
They gotta go.
We are going to vote tonight and kick somebody's ass out, and we are going to kick it off with Mr. P. Robinson.
Man, there's so many people to choose from. Like I battled in my mind between Candy.
Candy Burrs?
Yeah, man.
What you do?
So Candy's a great person. She's a great writer. She needs to stick to writing and not sing. Did y'all see the Cycles challenge?
Yes. It,
Oh.
Man.
it was really bad.
Don't pull it up. It was horrible. But I decided to go with R. Kelly. He got to lead the culture. Yeah. Sorry.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
You just
against
got to
that.
go. I'm not upset about it. Can't even listen to his music no more. Like, can't listen to 12 Play without thinking that I'm talking about somebody's 5-year-old niece.
Yeah.
So, yeah, got to go.
Yeah, it's crazy you say that. I hooked up my phone up to the truck when I got in the car today, and the first thing that came on was some jazz. It was R. Kelly Bump and Grind,
Oh gosh.
and it was just jazz. I'm like, dislike.
Yeah.
Like, no, look, don't ever play that again. So I agree with that.
I think he needs to turn Catholic, though. Join in with the priest.
Oh no.
I can't with you today.
Why is this?
Where are my raps?
Y'all have a real good way of making me go left. Every time we
Father
record, I
Kills?
just go left.
Father
He
Kills.
might as well be called Father
Oh,
Kills.
wow. Shay Latisse.
Ooh. Now is this someone that I can add now, or this is from like before? Because
Either one.
okay. I would like to add Bow Wow. Did y'all see?
Shad Moss. Yeah.
Did y'all see like him and his ex-girlfriend got into a fight or something? Both
Yeah.
of them, they got arrested because they don't know who started the fight. His face is like really scratched up or whatever.
Yeah, he got beat up by a cat.
Yeah,
Wolverine.
and it's like but it's like this boy can never catch a break. Like ever since he was a kid, like he can never catch a break. But I mean, just go away and sit down for a minute. That's what you're gonna have to do because your name is always in the news for some BS. Just go sit down.
The brat warned him though. She told
did.
him
She
to
did.
stay
She
away
did.
from her, and
she really did.
he kept going back. So
I mean,
But y'all don't think this is a publicity stunt for him to try to get the same attention that Chris Brown got?
I mean, but that's on different levels though because and then it's also like a catch-22 because it's like okay, he got beat up, haha. But if it was the other way around and like she had bruises and cuts and stuff, they would have crucified him. But at the same time, it's like this is Bow Wow, loser. You know what I'm saying? Like you done took another L.
You got to say bow to the wizard.
no, you
No,
don't.
no. I shall.
He gonna be called
Thank you
Shad
for
in a
not
minute.
saying
Is that what he asked
Why
to
you
change
sitting
his
next
They're
to
gonna
me?
start back saying little.
Did he try to change his name or something?
I don't know what that was.
He said in one of his songs, remember, it's the bow to the wizard.
Bow to the wizard.
Yeah.
It wasn't cool
Come on,
then, and
no.
it's not cool
I
now.
know.
I am in no way, nor have I ever been a Bow Wow fan, but that's the one thing that stuck out from.
I thought he said his name was Big Wild now.
That's terrible.
Big
Wow.
Wow?
Is that true?
Just stop.
No.
He 4'11".
no.
Like
that was a bad
Wow,
dad
look
joke.
at your prison record.
It was funnier than I thought it was going to be, though.
D Walk, who you kicking out the coach?
I got to agree with Hollywood on this one.
We are not starting that.
Yes.
I got your back, man, even
No,
though you went crazy on
please.
DPS.
No.
I'm in agreement. R. Kelly.
First lady.
I'm actually being home all week. I watched The Real this week along with the Steve Harvey show, and I am absolutely sick of Monique. I can't with her anymore. And she is my vote to get the heck out the culture. I can't. Like, she is always going for people. Her comments on Whoopi Goldberg. She threatened Steve Harvey the other day. She had picked she was trying to pick a fight with, what's her name off The Real, the big girl, the one
Lonnie.
from Detroit,
Lonnie.
Lonnie. She tried to pick a fight with Lonnie, and Lonnie wasn't having it on the show. Like, she is a bully, and she's upset that we are not giving up Netflix on her behalf. She has a residency in LA now. Las Vegas, and it's just
Oh, so that's why she's been making her
yeah.
rounds
She's
to
been
all the
she's
talk
trying to
shows.
promote
Okay.
this thing,
Yeah.
I
but
thought she had a movie
she
coming out or
whack. Don't
something.
nobody want to see her. Like, I would have saw her maybe 15 years ago, but not today. I'm not going to Vegas to spend my time watching her. Like,
Yeah,
She-
I didn't think her stand up was funny back in the day. To be
I
honest,
don't
with you.
either.
She was
but-
funny on the
I
Parkers.
mean, for women though, for female comedy at the time, I think she held her own.
She
But
just gonna talk about fat people. I mean, skinny people.
both or neither, whatever. She got to go. I'm sick of her.
No, we have to stick together, my sister.
Nah, she can take that sister stuff to the street. I'm out.
Whoa. Well, goodbye.
They gonna cut off your Netflix.
They'll probably
I
give me a
still
free
like-
subscription.
I never let Netflix go. I wasn't down with that.
Nobody did. That's the point. I'm not
Nah.
letting it go.
Coach, what about you, bro?
Man, I think I'm gonna have to agree with Hollywood over there and D-Walk. It's not necessarily R. Kelly that gotta go. I think it's all of his people. All of his people gotta go too, because like I said before, you cannot sit there and honestly look at that man and be like, you know what, he's a good dude, and you just let the stuff happen. I can't get over that. It's like you allowed it to happen. He's gonna do his thing. Go ahead, tell him he's wrong. But I think the reason why they did it or didn't want to tell nobody that tell him he was wrong is because they're selfish. All they're thinking about is themselves. Guess what? This is the money train. If we go out there and say something about it, this is gonna stop everything. So hit not just him, but all his people got to go. Everybody involved, his publicists, his writers, the whole deal. Everybody got to go.
Whole crew.
Y'all mad at R.
Get on the
Kelly.
bus and get on up out of here.
Y'all mad.
Yeah.
All right.
That
I'm
was
big
3
mad.
for Kels.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 3.
3 for Kels.
They
all right.
mad.
Get on the Jabbar bus and just get on out of here.
Right. Well, while I'm in full agreement that Kels gotta go, I gotta get this to Gladys Knight, y'all. I'm sorry.
Not Auntie
Gladys.
Gladys.
I gotta give it to Gladys Knight, and I'm gonna tell you why.
What's
so
happening?
Gladys is performing at the Super Bowl. I haven't had anything to do with the NFL since all that Colin Kaepernick stuff went down. Actually, I ain't even been rocking with the NBA, to be honest with you. I think it's awesome. Anyway, that's another show.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. I can't. So Gladys took the job singing the national anthem for the Super Bowl. But she didn't just take the job and just, go on about her business. She took the job and spoke on the Colin Kaepernick situation and basically told him, I've been doing this longer than you. You using the national anthem as your tool to do this was wrong, and I don't agree with it. I mean, you can check it out on TMZ. It's a full story on TMZ. But I just think that, one, you're trying to rejuvenate your career. I get it, Auntie Gladys. You're trying to make a comeback. Patty's still
keep
doing
calling
it.
her
She got the
auntie.
Patty Pies, She out here doing it.
And she on Greenleaf.
She got chicken and waffles. right?
Yep. And
Greenleaf
she on
is there?
Greenleaf.
Yeah, and Patty on
She on
Greenleaf.
it.
She
Yeah.
on it.
Listen, I get that she trying to rejuvenate her career, but to step on the culture to do so, you ain't got to agree with it, but you ain't got to publicly stand out against it either, especially with this.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And that's my opinion. So we'll come back to this a little bit later in the show and actually vote somebody out.
So if you guys on social media, if you're watching us live, if you guys have a vote of who you want to kick out of the culture this week, go ahead and comment on our video live on Facebook or Instagram, also on our podcast Detroit Network.
All right. Man, every time I be looking down at the episode guide and then I see what's next. Then I start getting the BGs. And then he always lean back in his chair and adjust his glasses. Let's get into it, man. D-Walk, man. You ready?
We going to the word of the week?
No, we going to
Coming
your
with the
house for some
bullshit.
chicken and waffles. What you think about to
Well,
do?
we got to get some mix, so we have to stop at Meyer on the way back.
Anybody got the orange boy? Nobody got the orange boy?
No.
Not that I'm okay.
All right, everybody. So this week, word of the day. The word of the day this week will be profligate.
What? Oh.
A recklessly extravagant consumer. All right, I'm going to say that again. Profligate. A recklessly extravagant consumer. Because of the profligate use of heat, Consumers Energy asked for everyone to turn their heat down to 65 degrees to prevent power outages. Profligate.
I feel very pressured every time he says this.
I'm like triggered.
You know,
Like,
my
I'm
next
It
word of
does.
the week.
It's like
My next word of the
PTSD.
week is gonna be just the, just the.
I wouldn't complain about that. I would. I got
All
a
right.
million ways I can use the.
All right. So if you watching this now, if you want the word of the week next week to just be the, let me know. We'll make it happen. The and
I'm
R.
saying it now.
I got a quarter bag of chips for anybody to vote yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I can go to Sam's Club, get the big old thing. I'll pass out a bag of chips.
Those
Meyer.
aren't quarter bags anymore, by the way.
Never mind.
They're
Okay.
50 cents.
I gotta make sure.
59.
Listen, I'm trying to look out for the culture.
It's
Y'all
inflation.
Y'all see how they do y'all culture? Y'all see this? That's how they do y'all.
Scooby, you ready?
No, don't come to Yo, all right. No, I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. No, come to me. Come back to me.
Oh, my
'Cause
God.
How you say it? Profligate?
Oh my God, Coach.
Is that how you say it for real? Profligate?
Profligate.
Profligate. I would say that Martiel likes to profligate Jet's Pizza because he is straight up. I'll tell you this right now. Everybody that knows me, they know straight up.
That sounded nasty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It sounded like he just said he wanted to profligate Jet's Pizza.
That is what he said.
That's no, I mean that's what it sounded
How
like.
much is going for?
That's not what I was going
What
for.
it hit for? What it hit for?
But,
that Jets hit for. I'm sorry. Yo.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of right there, man. Because I'll tear up some Jets. I'm hungry in the mug right now too.
That's
You
reckless.
just had nachos.
That's reckless.
like
and
two
you're
nachos.
You should have ate more nachos. They were still on the
There
table.
was still
He
more
had 3
nachos.
tacos.
that's reckless, and you're a consumer. I think it fits.
Coach is a hard working man. Let that man eat.
That's fine.
Jets, if you out there listening, watch out. We'll
Send for a
profligate
pizza
you.
next week.
That's yeah plug.
We'll take your donations.
All right.
That's what
Who
we'll-
next?
I'm gonna attempt.
Let's go,
Can I
Shay.
try?
Let's go, Shay.
Okay.
Have
It's
faith in you.
profligate.
Profligate.
I profligate at Walmart when I go in to spend $23 and my bill is $479.22.
Great job.
Was that good?
That's
Was
good.
That was good.
That's also reckless, also consuming.
All right,
Consuming
I'm
way
gonna
too
give it a
much.
try. All right, ready? Hi, my name is Hollywood,
Oh my God. We are
Hi,
not starting.
Hollywood.
No, I'm
and I am a
protesting.
profligate.
No.
What?
Yeah.
I am extravagantly, recklessly extravagant consumer.
This is why we can't give him stuff like this. You see? You see what your segment is called?
But it made sense.
Yeah,
It kind of did.
It's definitely the next week. definitely the.
All right, I'm answering Cat in the Hat.
All right. It's my turn. It's my turn. So, I just thought about this. All right. So I was training Drake. Everybody know my dog Drake. Shout out to Drake. I was training Drake, right? And I went out in the backyard. I'm like, damn, where'd he go? I profligate open. That's why he there, because I profligate open. No.
Wait.
You profligate open?
Get it profligate
What's
open.
Tell me the subject in that again.
Need to add. What's the adjective? On
Listen,
that
it don't matter. I did it, okay?
Don't y'all ever get mad about my DPS statement ever again.
So,
I know, yeah, bro. You making me look real bad.
So for
God.
those who don't understand his DPS statement, he grew up in Chicago, so he doesn't understand the struggle in DPS.
Yes, I do. I grew up in Chicago.
No, you don't. No,
They struggle.
No,
That's
your
life struggle.
So
yeah.
first off, let me hold DPS down real quick because
Let's
I would
go.
like
One
like to
time.
state that DPS taught me everything I ever needed to know in the
about
fifth
what?
grade.
They
Be
taught
honest.
him
Fifth
profligate.
grade? How in the fifth
Everything
grade?
I needed to know about life, I learned by the fifth grade.
What school did you go to?
Bernie Elementary. It is
Hey.
now
It's
torn
with
down.
everybody that went to Bernie.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Elementary.
Everybody that goes to Bernie hypes this school up like it was the greatest
I never
elementary.
heard of
was.
Bernie. I
You
grew
never
up-
heard of
Bernie?
I grew
Goodness.
up on the
It
west
was.
side, so
You never heard of Bernie?
no, I
You never
grew
heard
up.
of Bernie Elementary?
No, I grew up on the west side.
Oh my goodness, we said a school of pledge every single day.
Oh my God, you
I know I
bet
can get an A. I
You
told myself
bet.
today,
That's an A?
I know I can get an A.
Oh,
my
did you get any A's?
That ain't even where we was
That's
going with
besides
this.
the point.
I just want to point out, y'all all just turned on a DPS school.
No, I got
I
some
just asked a
A's.
question.
I got some. Don, would you
We
like to go
gon-
next with profligate?
Hold on, I need to change my sit your ass down.
What?
I need Pierre out the culture.
You can't kick Pierre out the culture.
No, Hollywood. Remember?
I'm not calling him
Hollywood.
Hollywood. No,
Don,
Hollywood,
Don,
man.
Don. Would you like to go for profligate? She like, you ain't got to rush me.
Man, you're right. I need time. I wasn't prepared for this in life. Profligate? You said a reckless consumer?
A reckless consumer.
I am a profligate of tacos.
Oh,
No.
You are
That's-
a reckless consumer of tacos.
When it comes to
that's
tacos.
how you feel about tacos? Like they bless you like that?
Which kind of tacos we talking about today?
Wait a
Because you
minute.
can go left all day.
How long
No,
you been
the question
profligating?
is, what kind of tacos are you talking about?
Take my sentence back. I think I just got set up.
How long you been profligating?
Wait, are we talking about food still? Wait a minute.
She changed it. I was there with the tacos.
I mean,
Okay, because see, earlier we had a different kind of conversation.
See,
It was
the
all-
viewers are not privy to the
Let me
earlier
put my beef in your
conversation.
taco.
Whoa.
No. Wait, that is a quote. That is a quote from a movie. That is a quote from a movie.
Oh my God.
Nothing I'm
It
interested
is. That's
in
from the
doing.
Nutty Professor too.
Nothing I'm interested in doing.
It's funny.
You
I was
walked
just
right
singing
into
that
that
at
one.
Mexican Fiesta earlier.
He was.
Not that Dom isn't beautiful, but I'm in a committed relationship that I am
That
extremely
did
happy
sound
in.
like you said you was trying to put your beef in the taco.
It did, and I realized that now,
my
but that
beef
was
in
not the
your
case.
taco. We
just-
No,
what's the
no,
next
I am
step?
keeping my beef in my pants. My beef will stay in the package.
This was not supposed to be that kind of episode.
This is not generally how
No.
this segment goes.
No,
Your discretion is advised.
like sausage party, you keep it in the wrapper. We were just talking about
Oh, we're not going back into that. We're not going back.
we
into
done.
that.
We done.
all right.
All right, I have a legitimate question. All right, so cool. What happens to a family when the matriarch or the patriarch dies or they pass away? Like, what devastation or what really happens? What's something that they can learn from? What's something that they go through?
I'll go with that one because I can think of one in particular with my great grandmother. She would be considered was the patriarch of our family, and when she passed away, it was sad. Obviously, everybody was hurting, but because everybody in the family was strong and kind of just dealt with it, it made everybody a little bit stronger. So and then like as a kid, for me looking at it from as I was maybe about 6 or 7 years old, I saw it. So I mean I saw everybody kind of grow up like that. So I just kind of went right along with the crew. So I think that kind of benefited for me and my family. That kind of benefited me. So that's just me.
Wow. Shayla?
I think it's different because normally it's like when your grandmother or whatever, like she's the matriarch. When she passes, people comes closer together. But what happens when she's still there and she's the one that's supposed to bring the family together? That's like the glue that holds everything together, and everybody's still separated, because that's how my family was. You know, for holidays, you would think everybody was supposed to get together and stuff like that, but it's always separated. When my grandmother died last year, that was supposed to be like the catalyst for everybody to get back together, because that's what she wanted while she was still alive. And it's kind of like we attempted it, but it's still that little
work
in the
out.
air. So it's kind of like, you know, you really don't know. But normally that's how it's supposed to be. You know, when it's gone, like people either get back strong and try to build it up, but sometimes if it was already like that from the beginning, it's just gone. Period. That's all it is.
Lady E.
I agree that that's what ends up happening. I think one of the things that doesn't happen in the African American community is that nobody dictates who's next in line.
Yeah.
So it's like the assumption is Big Mama, Grandma, Granddaddy, they are the staple. But then when they pass, it's like, okay, does it automatically go to the big brother, like the oldest?
Right.
Okay, but what if he's a crackhead? Like that, then that's not going to work.
Yeah.
So then who's next? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you can't, there's no set order to it. And I think that's what happened in my family.
Yeah.
It's like grandpa passed and grandma took it over. And then when grandma passed, everybody assumed that the oldest was going to take it, but he was incapable.
Right.
And so then it was like, okay, now what do we
Now
do?
what?
And then the oldest sister tried to take it, and then she got sick. And then the baby sister tried to take it, and then she said, F y'all. So now we're here where nobody's really doing anything in the family, and it's all because nobody sat down and said, okay, this is the next go-to person, which I think is something we need to do in our
Yeah.
families.
I agree.
Yeah.
Scooby.
This one was kind of deep for me because we just lost my grandmother last year. In 2016, we tried that transfer of power. All my first cousins. Shout out to my family. I love y'all. we got together and we wanted to give our grandparents one more family reunion. We tried to take the helms on that, and that divided us in a lot of ways. And they know if I hear the word zoo, I start to clench my fist a little bit. But we were able to give my grandmother, before we lost her, one more time to see her kids together, her grandkids together. And just thinking back to that, it's still hard, It's hard being around the family with knowing that she's not here. It was hard seeing my grandfather over the holidays. It was just hard, you know what I mean? It's different, and I don't know how you recover as a family after that kind of loss. We're still fortunate enough to have my grandfather with us. He's 96 years old.
That's awesome.
He'll be 97 in March. That's wonderful. He always told us that he was going for 100, and we know he gonna get that. So, yeah, it's you got to keep trying.
Yeah.
Damien.
Yeah, so this is it's a difficult answer, I guess. I think once the patriarch dies, we don't put anybody in place, but I think it's up to kind of who we vibe with. So let's take Lady E for example. If she feels strongly about keeping the family together, making sure that everybody is still holding down family reunions, we having 4th of July parties, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all of that. I don't think you need to assign somebody, but somebody just needs to step up. And so take me for instance. In my family, I feel like maybe I'm not the one to step up, but I feel like I do my part and vocalizing, hey, I want everybody to get together on this day. It's not Thanksgiving, it's not 4th of July, it's nothing special going on. It's just a time in the summertime when I want everybody to get together. And we did it last year where I called a bunch of people, me and my grandpa, we went grocery shopping and got a whole bunch of food and everything. And we just like, look, today everybody coming over to my house and we're going to barbecue, we're going to get some drinks, we're going to have some music, we're going to do it in the garage, we're going to do a hustle style just like the old days, and we're going to have a good time, man.
Good old family.
We're going to have a good time, man.
Remember back in the day? I'm sorry, did I cut you off, D?
You did, but
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. That just took me back, though. Go ahead.
No, but where I think you were going, it took me back too, because I'm nostalgic and feeling that way, where I want everybody to get together and we go in the garage and we do the hustle, man, and shit, man. I woke up, I cut the grass, I went grocery shopping, I did all the grilling. By 8 o'clock, I was tired of the motherfucker, man. By 10 o'clock, I was drunk, passed out in my truck. But
you that uncle in the family,
Right.
yes, but. We all came together, and it's pictures and stuff. I got aunties that sent me pictures like this is you passed out on auntie's shoulder, and I'm knocked out on my auntie's shoulder, just drunk in the motherfucker, and she like I love my baby, and I just think somebody needs to step up. Maybe not nominate a person to step up, because you never know who want to take that spot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think anybody necessarily in my family think that I would be the one to come up and get everybody together, but that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? It was just that one time, and I want to do it again. And just let everybody know you guys are all invited in the summertime.
Oh, thanks. We're part of the family
So next
now.
time I do it, I'm gonna
If
need
you
some help
thought I
cutting
wasn't
grass.
coming, you was out of your mind.
So I'm gonna need some help cutting grass. And,
Hey, you know what? I got to work allergies, man.
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
things black
I got
people do.
carpal tunnel.
My FMLA ran out. My FMLA ran out.
So, Don, what about
My
you?
carpal tunnel. My carpal tunnel.
That carpal be getting me.
Yeah.
Don, what about you?
For my family's sake, I can honestly say, you know how like back in the day down south, it was big families. Like if one family member died, then the kids went to that family and everybody was raised together type of thing. Yeah. I think as the generations went on with my family, it died off. And so, I did live that life growing up where sometimes maybe I got to hang with cousins and things like that, but holidays were all separate. My mom would cook for me and my brother, and we did have one year where my aunt, she came around trying to get reunions together, and that lasted maybe about 2 years in my high school years, and it fell off again. That's an awesome shirt.
Thank you.
Also,
Take your time to read.
yeah, it just fell off, and I can hold myself accountable with that. Also, I don't really jump to it, especially with me being completely out of state with my family. I don't jump to it. So I think, when the head of the family starts to die off, it definitely dies down. Yeah.
Well, for me, it was different. both sides of my family, I had the opportunity to meet my great grandparents. So I was raised by them. So when my great grandmother died, the whole family, only thing we did not do that we used to do all the time was Sunday dinners. Every Sunday we were at her church, then we went there for dinner. On my mom's side of the family, it was my grandmother and her 3 sisters. And so we knew Christmas, we was at my grandma's house. Thanksgiving, we was at Aunt Laura's house. New Year's, we was at Aunt Rosie's house, but she really couldn't cook, so we would always eat before we got there. But when she died, when all of them died, my grandmother's still living. Now it's passed down to my mom and my aunties. And so our family still gets together. But I think one major thing that family needs to learn when a patriarch or a matriarch dies is how to grieve properly. And so
Say that, brother.
It's no one's fault that person is gone.
Right.
And so I think that's one of the major things that happens is family gets into arguments about who gets this, who gets that, and who did this, who didn't do that. So I think it's just grieving properly. So seek help from a counselor, but also grieve together as a family.
Absolutely.
Say that, brother. Say that.
So-
Are y'all? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So we have a response on Facebook.
okay.
So Martin Ramsey, shout out to our Facebook followers.
Yo.
Hey.
What's
Y'all,
up?
hey.
He says that I try to do something with my family every year. Some family members have to be mature to put old junk away and do things for the betterment of the family.
Yeah.
So
And I know
agree
I'm
with that.
guilty of that. I got to grow up when it comes to some things because I'm still holding some animosity towards some family members for some stuff.
Well, pray for Scooby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Martin, man. We used to wrestle when I was younger. He used to whoop
used to get your
my
ass beat?
ass.
Okay.
All right. Are y'all ready for some new hotness on this anniversary night? We got a head-to-head battle in a
I'm
new
nervous.
segment called Unfuck It Up.
Yeah, I'm actually ready for
Unfuck
this.
it up.
Hey.
Yeah,
Unfuck it up.
I'm ready.
All right. So in this game, guys, there's going to be 2 hosts going head-to-head, unfucking up common phrases, words, song titles, lyrics from songs, any kind of stuff that people commonly mess up. And you have 30 seconds. Can I get somebody with a timer?
Wait. Are we picking something to unfuck up, or is this just?
Yes, I'm going to pick something for you.
Oh, God damn it.
How
I
else
was
Oh, wait a
hoping
minute.
that-
I prepared for this
Right, I
segment.
was ready.
You messing me up.
Well,
All right.
the element of surprise will take us through
All right, I
this.
got a timer.
I want to
I'll get a
apologize
timer. All
in
right, so you
advance to our
guys-
viewers.
Yeah, I'm
You said 30
I'm a
seconds?
slow
Yep,
thinker.
you're going to get 30 seconds. Do we have another bill? Can we get another bill? Pass a bell over to Damien, please. When you have your answer, hit the bell.
So we just going to keep going head to head?
How you gonna
No,
tell
it's-
whose bill
it's
is
the
who?
best of 3.
Okay.
It's the best
I
of
don't
3.
understand the purpose of the bill then.
So the bell is for you to when you have your answer. You got 30 seconds to think of an answer.
And
Okay.
so we hit the bell when we have an
You
answer?
hit the bell when you
Okay.
have an answer.
You didn't
And
say
then we
that.
have 30 seconds to give the answer.
Then you have listen. You have 30 seconds.
I told
after-
you you got to explain it.
when we start the timer, we're gonna give you 30 seconds to think of an answer. Okay, I'm going to give you the phrase to unfuck up. You have 30 seconds to unfuck it up. When you have that answer, hit the bell and you give us the answer.
Oh, man.
Okay.
So okay, you're gonna have to unfuck my answer.
Okay,
All right.
are we ready?
We're ready.
Let's go.
We ready? We
Timer
ready?
starts after the question.
After I read the question. Did you just hit the bell?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Damn.
It was so loud.
So I guess y'all was cheating over in Bernie Elementary. Is that
Yes.
what y'all said?
That's why they
Yes.
got them A's.
All right. So here is the phrase that you have to unfuck up. I could care less. We ain't even. You don't want the 30
Oh.
seconds.
I guess not.
Okay.
Too late. You hit the bell.
All right.
Think.
Go ahead. You got it.
I couldn't care less.
That's correct.
What?
Correct. Point for E.
Oh, wait a minute.
Point
Hold
for
on. I don't understand the rules of the game.
That's
He explained it 3 times. I don't know what else to do for you.
bruh, somebody
Okay,
take
okay,
this
I
back.
got it. I got it. Okay, come on, let's go.
You gotta
Let's move
unfuck up
this.
the phrase.
Fuck it, I
Yeah.
get it now. Let's go.
All right.
I'm doing Family
Second-
Feud style.
Second phrase.
Good answer.
Y'all ready? For all intensive purposes.
For
Damn,
all,
who was that?
Me.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes.
That's correct.
Hey.
Woo! Told you I got it.
I hate that one.
Ooh, ooh.
Nobody ever gets it right either.
All right.
I'm surprised I got it right.
Y'all ready for
Me
this?
too.
If nobody
Wait a minute.
if nobody gets this right, I've got a tiebreaker. Okay. Nipped it in the butt. Damien.
Nipped. I nipped it in the bud.
Wait, why did you add I to it?
I didn't know what made it correct.
More words make it more correct.
Adding words, though.
He is pronouncing
You know what?
these T's.
You know what? I wrote.
First off, the D in
Hold
Django
on.
is silent. So I didn't know if it was one of those kinds of situations.
I'm sorry, Damien. I can't give you credit for that. 'Cause you can't be adding nothing to it, bro. You just. All right, so we got to go to the tiebreaker, y'all. We got to go to the tiebreaker.
This is terrible.
This one won't. This one is a question. Okay, this one is a question. It's a question. Y'all ready? Mm-hmm. This is for the championship. I forgot to go buy the belt too, but there will be a championship belt presented next
You
week.
can drop that off whenever you're ready.
I don't know.
All right.
Hey,
For the win. What is Barack Obama's middle name? Damien.
Hussein.
Correct. Damien is
I
the
thought he had to
winner.
answer it in an answer.
Nobody said.
So do I
that.
give a speech?
I mean,
Do I give a speech? I want to thank my pops. I spoke
his
to you
hands are
earlier.
bigger than mine.
You gave
I
me the
don't like it.
motivation to do this, to win this.
He didn't even understand the rules.
But he still
So
beat
what
you.
does that
Like,
say
whatever.
about you?
Okay, let me tell you what we're not gonna do.
Whoa! All right, I'm sorry.
Get these hands, boy.
Thank you. Shout out to
Wait,
No, that was
Thank you, Randy.
wait. So
Randy
so-
just hold me. I didn't even pay no attention.
I want to thank Randy because Lady E was about to slap the shit.
no. What those hands claps, what you heard was all the students from these Hands University at graduation.
Yeah, because I almost caught every single last one of them just now. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lady E.
All right. Shout out to Randy. He came in perfect with that round of applause. Damien,
was great.
I'll get you your championship belt next week. I'm not gonna lie, I had my money on E, so I'm a little disappointed.
Oh, so you lost some bucks, huh?
To myself.
I don't like this game. I was prepared. No, we created
Don't.
the segment together. No, I'm gonna pitch for Facebook. We created this segment together, and these were not the rules, Facebook, to this segment. He changed it. I am prepared
So
to
I would
win.
like to put
you
on
understand
my-
what I'm saying?
on my
I
resume-
gave you your moment.
On my
so I'm taking mine. Okay.
On my resume, I put works well
This
under
is
pressure.
bull.
I was under a
And I'm
whole lot.
upset.
Lady E, like how this DPS mother effer beat me.
I graduated from DPS.
Oh,
Hey,
well, you
y'all
did.
gonna stop taking shots at my school system.
Yeah, I love DPS. I love DPS.
Okay, I take
with
that
a
back. It's not
passion.
the school system, it's the school.
people. The school people.
We gonna side.
This is
Not
getting
the
worse
system.
and worse. Hollywood, I think you might need to
I
find
I know,
you
man.
a
Your
corner.
name's changing to Pierre slowly and slowly.
All right, coach, let's go.
I'm just going
All
to
right, with all the laughter and fun and stuff like that we got going on over here, this is what we always came here to talk about. Is about family. So, what my question to everybody would be: does the word family carry any of the same meanings that it did back in the day in the black community 20 years ago?
No.
Well, there you go. That was it.
Shay,
No. Oh, want me to
Yeah, go ahead.
elaborate? Oh, okay.
D.
Go ahead. Come on, bro.
Asking in the glory.
Absolutely not. You will find people that you probably done known for a year, 6 months that you might be closer to than people that you done grew up with, whether it be your brother, your sister, your cousin, whoever. Just like the saying, what it say? It don't matter how long you known the person. It's about the bond, how y'all are with each other. I have family members that I haven't spoken to in about 25 years, but yet I done met someone that I've been working with for 6 months and treat them like they're my brother or sister. So it does not have the same meaning at all.
All right, Lady E, what you got?
I agree. So when I was growing up, there was a very famous saying that said, blood is thicker than water.
Mm-hmm.
And I completely disagree. I think blood can be cancerous and it can go to your vital organs and kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as I'm concerned, there are some family members that you have to vote out the culture because your mental health is not worth dealing with them.
Absolutely.
And for me, I have friends, the same thing that I would take a bullet for
Yeah.
in this moment. And I have a couple family members that,
You like,
put a bullet in.
yeah, I'd probably push them in front of the bullet. So that's,
push the gun that way. Like, there
yeah,
you go.
just
There they
point
go.
in
Way
that
to go.
direction.
Yeah.
I would say
She's not
duck
looking her
like
brother
3
up.
minutes late, just in
Can
case.
somebody switch seats with me?
Why?
You want the bullet?
He feels
I'm a little
nervous.
nervous.
Well, you're not the family member or the friend, so it don't matter.
Feel a little guilty.
Oh, worried about catching the
Dang.
bullet.
Ooh, that hurted
That was
a
shots
little bit. I
fired for
felt.
real.
I'm sorry, Damien got me hyped up. Y'all can all blame
I
him
know,
for my
I'm like-
attitude
I'm
from
like,
this point
I'm in
forward.
range for a backhand.
No, you might not get your championship belt.
I'm
if I
just
gotta-
saying.
I don't even want the belt.
Good.
I'm gonna
That's
give it to
fine.
Lady E. You won.
Hey Pierre, what you feel about this, man?
So when you look at family 20 years ago, it was a sense of community. It was a sense of like protection. It was people had your back, all of that stuff. But nowadays, everybody, oh, that's my family. But your family got you 20 years in jail.
Yeah.
Your family got you out here just reckless. And so it doesn't have that same, carry the same meaning because it's like now your family is those who can push you, but they're pushing you just because of what you have, where your family 20 years ago will push you to be a better you.
Yep.
And so
Yeah.
the morals of the word family has been taken away.
Oh, yeah, you took that right out of my mouth, man.
Yeah,
I
look at
agree.
R. Kelly
I'm sorry, let me
family.
put it back.
Don, what you got? Well, understand.
I don't think so at all. I think the problem now is everybody is out for himself. So family means absolutely nothing. And I say that, coming from a family, we didn't grow up close, and family means absolutely nothing.
And it's sad that family has taken on, like, loyalty used to mean something back in the day. Nowadays, you can't tell me that that's more than just a tattoo on somebody's chest.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And it's sad that you can, like, we family here, and I think that we've created a very strong bond where, you can have these moments of weakness and not be judged and be yourself, and that's important. That's extremely important with what we got going on, especially with that orange carrot that we have in office right now. That's, I don't even think it calculates in that man's brain that you say that you're not a racist and you're not against this and that, but you're trying to build that wall to, in my opinion, just promote the racism that's existing within you. I mean, you didn't already said the famous grabber by the real. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? right.
I like your edit. That was good.
You showed your lack of respect for women. You showed your lack of respect for the African American community. You showed your lack of respect for the human race. So that's just me. But yeah.
D-Walk, what you feel about this one?
All right, here I go again playing devil's advocate, but family is a paradigm shift. So like I said earlier, I feel like you step up to be the person in the family who brings everybody together or whatever, and I don't feel like everybody's family is messed up. I mean, I'm speaking for self. So my family is great on both sides. Mom, dad side, grandma, grandpa. Every side of my family is amazing. And I feel like we can all still get together, like after our partridge moves on to the next phase of existence, and still hold our family down. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I think it does hold the same weight it did 20 years ago. I think it's just up to people as a whole to make sure that we hold that near and dear to us, to make sure that we allow it to hold that weight still and still bring those families together. And go ahead.
But if it's up to us to uphold that meaning, how can you say it still carries the same weight when we're not holding that down in any way?
I think that's to each his own. I mean, I feel like on my side that we do everything we can do to keep us together. Things has changed. It's Facebook now, it's Instagram, it's Twitter, it's social media in general. It's the internet. Everything is different from what it used to be.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. So, we're all more busy. We all have things to do. We're all at a point in our life where we're trying to get stuff together. We're trying to create legacies, set foundations, and make sure that everything is good for our kids. But, I don't think anybody ever had these discussions with our parents. Like, okay, at some point, did you all just sit down and be like, man, our family ain't where we should be? And then, you know, maybe a year or two down the line after somebody said that, it clicked in everybody like, shit, our family ain't where we need to be. Let's get everybody back together. Let's go over to Big Mom house and cook. You know, on Christmas, let's all take 5 gifts over here and go in the basement and open gifts. You know what I'm saying? Let's go over cousin whoever house and do this. You know what I'm saying? It was probably that point in everybody, in all of our parents' lives, where they did pull everybody back together. And then the environment that we grew up in is what we are all talking about now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now it's up to us to recreate that environment. And I feel like I do my part to try to make that happen and to try to keep that weight 100 with the family.
Man, you know what? I kind of piggyback off of what you said too. Like, a lot of people don't. I mean, I'm kind of closed off. A lot of people think that it's because I don't like people or because I don't like to share. It's just the fact that I was kind of raised with that family of you keep it in house. Everything that kind of stays in the house stays in the house.
Yep.
So a lot of people think that I'm closed off or whatever, but I'm not. It's just the fact that you got to do a lot for me to let you in. And kind of like what he was saying is that it's other people that are, I consider family, that aren't blood related.
And they don't have to be blood.
And they don't have to be blood related, exactly. So for me, like, I think the definition of family has changed, but I think that all of us have to take upon it ourselves and look at it like, all right, we got to go do what we need to do as far as getting that back together, getting that culture back together.
So I would like to pose a follow-up question real quickly. I've noticed that in our family that a lot of times we are trying to do more for our children. So, for example, I love my parents. We were a regular middle-class family. My dad worked at the plant. My mom was a modeling agent, actually, and their goal was to pay the house note, pay the cars, feed the kids. Like, that's it. But with us trying to create life insurance policies and college educations for our children and trying to create a better life for our children, do you think that our extended family kind of suffers because our goals as families internally have changed?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we have to do more. You know, back then, I don't feel like we had to do as much, or at least I didn't know if we had to do as much. And right now, we're all trying to live that life where we have to have stuff in place to after we're gone. We have to set up some foundation for our own families.
But we gotta keep it real. We gotta keep it a buck because people make time for who and what they want. And I know I'm guilty. I'm guilty. You know, I avoided 2 family events this Christmas. I just wasn't in the holiday spirit. You know, the past 2 years have been rough for me with the holidays. So I know I intentionally just didn't go. I had no reason not to go. I just didn't. I just didn't want to be around nobody. So I think it's situational at times. It's not always done on purpose, but
I think sometimes, we do focus on making that better life for our family. But I think one thing that a lot of families have come away from is teaching the history of their family. Like really dealing with the history of the family. And so I'm big on analogies. And so I look at families as a soup, right? So every good soup starts with a good stock, but you have to know every ingredient. And so if you don't know the different parts of where you came from in order to make this great soup, family soup, then it's going to spoil and it's going to go bad. And so, like, one of the main things for me, I used to hate being called Mr. Robinson. I hated it. And because I was like, nah, that's my dad. But when I found out what our name means, it meant everything to me. And I found out our name means my faith is everything. So it was like, oh, wow. So this is where I come from. So really spend time teaching about where you come from and how you got to where you are. And it gives a greater appreciation for family.
For sure.
I like that.
All right, thank you all for your input. We are going to take a short commercial break, and we want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors. Woo-hoo! Y'all got to give it up better than that for the sponsors. Hey. You guys are the reason why we do what we do, and we are doing what we do is possible. So we want to give a quick shout out to Cuts by Mook, who is one of our sponsors. Shout him out real quick.
greatest barber, period.
Right on. I don't know Mook, but God bless him. All right. We also want to give a shout out to Amore Unique Designs.
Hey,
Stu, can
baby.
you show them your shirt?
Hey, baby.
So for those who are watching us on live, this is our Wokish shirt, and she has created this design. And so we want to give a shout out to Brandy for doing the design work
Brandy.
there. And if you are looking, here goes the other one.
I like that
You
one.
turn it around just a little bit.
That's wonderful.
That side right there.
And
That side.
and if you guys are interested in getting a Wokish shirt or another shirt made, please reach out to her via her Facebook page. That's Amore, Amore, Unique Designs. And also, we want to give a shout out to Darwin off of Middle Belt in Inkster. He is D Walk's barber.
Yes.
So-
the actual greatest barber.
See,
alive.
that's why I made no comments.
Oh, we're gonna have to do a lineup comparison. Next
Oh,
Hey, get them both together.
Yeah.
Let's
Get 'em
let's
both
make it
together.
happen.
Let's get
Then
it on
what
video.
you
We
think
get 'em
about to happen?
Get them
Then?
one shot, one shot,
Scooby,
one
you got a
cut.
barber?
Look, he got a bus.
One shot.
bus?
Times out. One shot, one cut. Mook cut me. Darwin cut you.
do men trust other barbers? to
No,
cut their hair?
absolutely
I don't
not.
think this is
No,
a good
I
absolutely
conversation.
just got
not.
nervous.
No.
Okay, can we rethink this?
It no.
I think
No, because I trust my barber.
Oh,
So apparently you don't trust yours.
It ain't that I don't shout out to Mook. It ain't that I don't trust Mook. Okay, it's just we ain't gonna go there. Shout
Okay,
out to, shout out
yep.
to both.
Hey,
Shout out to
Also-
both.
D, I'm standing tall for you, bro.
and we also want to give a shout out to Melissa, my best friend, who is the
Hey, Melissa.
CEO of Arrogant, pronounced Arrogant, HEIROGANT Design. She just launched this year, and we want to thank you for supporting us. So, y'all, let's give a shout out to our sponsors real quick. Give it up.
We appreciate all that you do.
We do.
That was real professional.
So look, check this out.
No.
So the Helmsley Conservation Center in the United Kingdom is offering the chance for you to name a cockroach after your ex this Valentine's Day at the cost of $2.
I'll do it.
Saw that.
At the cost of $2.
I'm only
$2,
doing
I
it
mean.
if they kill the cockroach.
Yes, they have to kill the
They
cockroach.
have to stomp on it aggressively and violently.
Oh, no, I want them to
that's
cut
the
it in half
part-
and burn it.
That's the part I am not for. I just want to call her a roach. I don't want to kill her.
Yeah. No, I want it.
No, you're not killing her.
proverbially
You're killing the
killed.
cockroach named after her.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, you just want the
Oh.
cockroach
Well,
stomped.
our
Nobody-
roaches should die. So
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
Who the hell am I working with?
I made it.
I
You don't
really,
think
I
roaches
really
should
thought
die?
that in my head. I was
Actually,
like,
kill it and then mail it to him.
oh,
I
shit.
see you went
So
too
that-
far.
Thinking of you card.
so
Yeah,
that's
that's
Some
That's
old hood guy
premeditated.
stuff.
Excuse me, can I change my seat?
No, I'm saying
no. I mean, you stuck.
You stuck right there. I ain't-
Listen, y'all not
That,
gonna
y'all
act like I'm
supposed to
Hannibal
be
Lecter.
Chi-Town,
I'm
stand
more,
up over
excuse
there.
me. I'm more shocked that
But you
y'all would
already
actually
know
do
why,
that.
though.
I mean, okay.
I'm
All
more
right.
shocked that y'all would do that. Listen, look, I gave them $8, but that's not
Right, exactly.
You paid it already?
paid
$8?
it.
Wait, I thought it was $2 per cockroach. You gave them $8?
Damn, bro. How many exes
See,
you trying to kill? He said
That's that
all of them.
DPS education. You see that math? You see that? Shout out to CMA.
All of them gotta go. All the
Shout out
roaches
to
die.
Mumford. Mustangs class
Mustangs.
of 04.
03.
04.
Wait, you paid them
You wanna go
$8.
there?
I was supposed to have been 04, but I was 03.
Time out.
Wait, you paid them $8, which means that you purchased 4 cockroaches. Now, were you dating these cockroaches at the same time?
Whoa!
Hey, why you gonna put them on blast like
Don't
that?
judge me, judge your auntie. All right, moving on.
All right, Dom. Hi.
Hey,
Let's move on.
I'm okay with this
Okay.
because I'm a little scared for my life right now. I don't,
Well, y'all
I
want to.
love you, Dom.
okay,
I
but
can't believe y'all want to
it's-
kill the cockroaches though. That's just jacked up. Them cockroaches ain't did nothing to y'all.
Dom, I got your mouse sauce. We good.
Dominique.
Hey y'all. All right, so we're gonna move on to With It or Quit It, right?
Win it or quit it.
With It or Quit
I'm
It.
sorry,
I
I
ain't
hate
gonna
to
tell
I
you.
think we need theme songs for
that would
our
be great.
segments.
I mean,
Hey, shout out to Facebook. If you guys can create theme songs for our segments, we would like to hear from you. Email us at wokishpodcast19@gmail.com. We would love to hear your rendition of our segments.
I got something.
Hey, let's
I
make
got,
it a
I got something for
competition.
Win it or quit.
wait, did y'all see the video for that? That video.
Hey, this is 14. Twerk,
this
city
out.
girl.
Back check.
Hey.
Whoa, yeah, yeah. Wait, how we do? Hey, how we get there?
Whoa, yeah.
Children.
I swear, I love Shay, boy. After I found out we got Bernie and Winterhalter in common, I think it's everything.
Shout out to
else that
Winterhalter.
follows.
Yay. You went to Winterhalter, D?
I sure did.
Y'all got
Class of
listen,
03.
Y'all-
Class of 03.
y'all
Yeah, I was- my
ADHD.
old ass
Is,
graduated
wait,
high school then.
wait, you class of 03 from
Right.
middle school?
How old did you think he was?
That was gross. I'm
Oh, you didn't know he was that young?
Oh, and I beat you, Steve. Moving on.
All right, so
Moving on.
we
I'ma
quitting that. By the way, we're quitting that. Quitting that part.
And now back to the show.
Yes, thank you. All right, y'all. So for With It or Quit It, what did y'all? Okay, I know y'all probably gonna come at my head after this.
Yeah.
However,
Yes.
We judge here.
whew,
Be careful.
All the
I
judgment.
saw a thing not earlier today. I was gonna lie real quick. So Beyonce, I guess, is giving people tickets for life. Her and Jay-Z for life. If you become vegan, part time or Shay about to kill me, y'all. For part time or full time. So here's my thing. Like, I love B. I love, she's so awesome, whatever. But I feel like we don't do anything, the majority or the hive, we don't do anything until Beyonce says it's okay. So do we allow her to tell us? Okay, go ahead. Do we allow her?
Go first.
Go ahead, bro.
First of all, the Beehive, y'all are a mess because
Oh, are we attacking the Beehive?
no,
'Cause
I'm
this
not
is
attacking,
safe.
but
The
it's just-
opinions
That's
it's
not what I
of
said.
Shay
Talking to
Latrice is not.
Right. Solely. I'm just asking.
just
These are
saying.
not the views of the woke.
You know, she can drop a recording of her farts at like 1:00 in the morning, and everybody on my timeline like, yes, it gave me life, and this, that, and the third.
My first don't sound like that.
My
what?
thing, my thing is, you're offering lifetime tickets to y'all concerts, whatever, in order for someone to go vegan. I love bacon, and like I love bacon.
I'm with you
You
there,
know what I'm
Shay.
saying?
Like,
And
it's-
it's like, is it worth it to go in here crazy in love 2 or 3 times a year?
Remix.
And I also need to know what is the parameters of these tickets? Like, is it like one show a year? Do I get to go in other cities? Like, you want me to give up meat to come and see y'all old asses sing? I think not. No, I'm about to sit at home and eat my hot wings and watch y'all on YouTube. Thank you.
Real quick, y'all. Turn it towards me. Hey, Facebook. We got to take a quick break with you guys, but we'll be right back. Thank you guys for tuning in. We do it for you.
For the culture.
All right.
Yeah, I can't. I love Beyonce and I love Jay-Z, but I love sausage and hamburgers more. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna quit it.
Okay.
I'm gonna quit it, and the reason I'm gonna quit it, I'm not a big Beyonce fan. Number one,
This was a winner to quit it topic?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I thought we was just conversing. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna quit
what?
it.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
Because I'm really not a big Beyonce fan, and I'm with Shay. Like, I was raised on like hog mogs and pork chops smothered
Right.
with gravy and biscuits and stuff, and so I'm not gonna get that up. And also, I think that, and not to get religious, but I think that people have idolized her so much that she can sell her toenail, and you'll spend your whole life savings to purchase that toenail. And it's like, it doesn't make you any closer to her, because even if she gives you free tickets, she's still not gonna know you there. She don't know your name. She don't know your birthday. And if you get put out, you can't go stay with her.
Thank you.
So quit it.
I'll go because I'm done with all of that stuff. I'm quitting it. I'm tired of celebrities and stuff like that want to just. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing nothing. Like, I can't. If you're just doing it, because the way I look at it is, all you're doing it is just for publicity. You're just trying to go out there and either try to plug something, go out there and just kind of let somebody know, keep your name relative and stuff like that, and like social media and the whole deal or whatever. I say just go. No, just be quiet. Don't nobody care. Personally, I'm like Pierre said, I'm done. I don't pay attention. I'm not a fan of Beyonce like that either. But it's just like, man, I can't. But I'm not a fan of any celebrity or athlete or anything like that. Like, you can't speak for me. Like, you can't speak for me. I know what I feel and I know what I want to say. So I'm just gonna go out there and say it. I don't have to go out there and look to somebody else for it.
Can I add? You know, I'm not a big meat eater, and everybody knows that. But it's just the simple fact that I feel like you take advantage of your fan base with that. How are these people gonna know? I mean, how are you gonna know these people decided to change their eating habits and things like that? So
It's like sheep. It's like people just follow people just like sheep. I've never been a sheep.
And then the thing is, I think like because people are so dedicated to them because they really look at Beyonce as a goddess or a deity or whatever. Like you about to be taking videos of yourself every night when you make dinner and stuff like that. Like really, is it that
Right.
serious? Like you won't even do that for yourself, but you're gonna do that for a celebrity. Like no, come on.
I mean, my girl can throw down in the kitchen, but I'm not gonna sit up there and watch no live video of watch her on Facebook live or whatever, watching her make some bomb ass spaghetti. I'm good on that.
Oh, goodness, man. I always have to play devil's advocate. I'm thinking of changing my name. I'm with it, man. I don't feel like Beyonce is out here to anybody's detriment. She's not telling anybody go out here and go buy bags, go buy shoes, go buy cars, go buy houses. Beyonce, what's she celebrating, man? Family, celebrating life, celebrating kids. I'm with it. Anybody positive that we have in our culture right now, I feel like we should take it. If we can get a gain off of it, why not? You know, personally, I don't feel like she says or does much of anything for anybody. But I mean, I don't know her personally either. I don't know either one of them, so I don't know what they do. You know, for all I know, they out here putting kids through college and funding middle schools. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. I feel like if you have something to say, if it's good to say, then go ahead and say it. Say get it off your mind. If you're helping out the culture, then push it. I feel like if I was out here cooking and saying that, hey, I cook the best scrambled eggs and cheese around, and I'm putting it on Facebook Live, then go for it, man. You know, everybody watch my videos for eggs and cheese. Why not? I mean, it's positive. It ain't bad.
I'ma just real quick just say quit it. I'm over Beyonce. Next.
So I'd like to say when the Beehive come and get all of
Right.
y'all,
Listen, I've been attacked by the
I'm
Beehive.
already-
I am safe.
I did
I
not
see
attack.
it.
I am
Come
safe,
on.
not because I follow her or feel any type of way about her, but just because if you got
You
something
scared.
good to say,
Yeah,
say
they
Who
it.
gonna check me,
Hey,
boo?
call it what
Who
you
gonna
want
check
to.
me, boo?
Okay.
I
Well,
still feel that way after.
Hey, Beyonce had a son. You don't want Beyonce at your door. Everything is love.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next topic, which is situational bullshit.
This is the one that always. I feel
So,
like this get me in
see,
trouble.
I
Who
think, I think we need somebody to help us with these
Can we get one more
these
who
theme
yeah?
songs.
I'll get in the
Who
studio.
yeah? Where's the
Wait,
day who? Where's the day who?
when do we come up with that?
Harmonizing.
We just felt
everything
that. We just felt that.
Dude, can we do it one more time?
What?
The who yeah? He
I
wants the
didn't
who
do it.
yeah
That was
again.
Shayla.
That was
was
me and
me.
Shayla. That was
Yeah.
me. That was me and
cool.
Shayla over there.
All right, so anywho, so we have a story to tell, and we want to know, especially from you guys live, what you guys would do in this situation. So we have been indirectly talking about mental health today, and we want to know what you guys think about family and mental health. So let's say, for example, you guys are home from college. You guys are away at college. You come home. You chilling at your mom's house because that's the only place to go when you come home from college to sleep, at least. And she lets you know that your aunt is having a birthday party and she thinks that you should come. Now, you and your aunt are estranged. Your aunt always has very negative things to say about you when you go to family functions, either about your weight, your relationship status, or why she feels like you need to drop out of college. So moving forward, you're like, okay, I'm going to test the waters with Auntie. We're going to call her Auntie Becky. Okay, we're going to test the waters
Shout out to
with
the
Auntie
Hive.
Becky.
Becky.
Okay.
With the good
So
hair.
with Auntie Becky, you call her to wish her a happy birthday to kind of get a feel of what's going on. And Auntie Becky, in the middle of your birthday song, starts going off on you about how she ain't seen you, you ain't called, it's your responsibility because she's the elder, and she doesn't appreciate your birthday song. So the question is, do you go to Auntie Becky's birthday party? Why or why not? I'm going to start with Coach.
This is the petty godfather speaking.
Petty Godfather.
Petty godfather.
I knew he was
Everybody
done.
has too many names on this show.
I'm
And
tall,
just
dark, and
dumb.
handsome, by the way.
I'm just down.
personally, I'm going to go because you know what? It's going to be the rest of my family there. Everybody else is going to be there. It's all good. But if she comes at me with that same kind of energy, she gonna catch these hands, and I'm not talking about physical. I'm talking about mental. I'm
about to say you about to get your auntie a scholarship.
Whoa! Hey, I got my fist up to him and everything. Like, whoa, wait a minute, bro. I gotta take my fist back.
I ain't gonna go there.
She
like,
finna
I
catch
ain't
the
gonna punch her.
fade,
I ain't
damn.
gonna punch her in the throat or nothing like that. But I'm gonna hit her with the. See, I'm like the silent but deadly type. Like I'll go out there and just like tell you straight up. I'm not gonna yell. I'm not gonna scream. I'm not gonna do none of that. I'm just gonna say, look, this is what it is. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you need to go check that somewhere else. And if whatever her response is, that's her response. And then, hey, it is what it is. She can go tell my mama. She can go tell the other aunties, the uncles, and stuff like that. It's all fine. But you know what? Everybody's thinking the same exact thing. So that's the way I look at it.
True story. Thank you, Coach. What you think?
I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna
you.
go.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give her a card, and inside of that card, I'm gonna say, "You want me to drop out of college, so here's all my Fannie Mae.
Here's the deal.
Merry Christmas. When you pay it, I'll drop out."
Right.
There you go. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go out of respect for my mom because she asked me to go, but she didn't say how long I had to stay.
True story. She said that you should just go.
Hey, auntie.
D-Walk?
Oh, I'm going. I'm at the party. Auntie about to get a whole lot of work. What?
I'm
Why?
good.
I am. I just thought that y'all would be like, oh, my mental health is important, and I'm not going. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. I'm going. Auntie about to catch all these words. I'm so positive. By the time I leave that party, Auntie gonna be like, I don't even know why I had a problem with nephew.
She didn't feel like she was in college.
Hey, look. Auntie going back to school. Auntie about to buy me a couple shots. She gonna be like, shit, nephew, I don't even know why I had a problem with you, fam. We good.
Come
We
on, light up,
good.
nigga.
You know?
Shay, what you think?
I'm going to. Basically, people don't realize, like, what if this is my favorite auntie and I wanted her encouragement to, keep me going to school or whatever it is that I'm doing. Like, I just want to hear something from you. Now that you saying all this dumb shit. Oh, you done gained too much weight. Oh, you too old to go back to school. Like, girl, really? Are you serious? So, I already know since you on that tip, you going to be on that tip when I get to your party, especially because it's your birthday and we drinking. So, you going to feel extra bold. So, therefore, when you do that, I'm just going to lay it down on the floor. Did you find your baby daddies yet? Like, so, yeah, like, I'm going. I got to. Sorry. I'm going.
Dime, what you think?
Man, the only reason I would go is because I need to eat. Like,
Right. You need that
real
plate.
shit. I mean,
Raise your hand if you knew she was gonna take that back to food.
I did.
Thank
hey,
you.
fuck
I
you.
wasn't feeling that, but I'm not surprised.
I mean,
either.
but for real, because I mean, if I'm not feeling your energy, I could be having a great day, and then I know when I get there, all my shit is gonna go downhill. I don't have time for that. I want to be happy. I want to be cool. Like, I don't feel like coming in there because older generations do that. They try to tell you how to live your life, and they stuck in their way of things.
That's true.
And period. My family, my friends, I'm the different one. Like, I'm weird, and I don't have time for you to tell me all this shit all day. So
Absolutely.
I might come get a plate. Other than that, I'm gonna stay my ass at home. Or if I come, I'm coming to get a plate and taking my ass home. That's it.
Absolutely. Scoop, what you think?
So, I'm gonna be real with you. I probably wouldn't even have told her happy birthday.
That
That's
sound like
just
you.
me. I'm just being real about it. Over the course of the years, I'd say in the last 10 years, I've always been 100% about family. Has family always been 100% about me? No. And I'm at a space in life now where it's like either we rolling or I'm gonna love you from a distance. It don't change how I feel in my heart, but I have to change how I groove in my mind. And I'm tired of the disrespect and the lies and the just all the unnecessary stuff that come with falling out with family. So to keep it pushing, to keep things simple, I'm just gonna love you from a distance. I ain't going to that party, and I ain't telling you happy birthday. I still love you though.
Right on. All right, so we're going to move to the next topic, which is moving along with mental health. We want to talk about our African American men now, and we want to know what you guys think about the perception and the state of affairs when it comes to Black men's mental health and their condition in today's society. I, for one, think that men have been conditioned to hold everything in, not cry, not budge, be strong for the family. And while I think that our generation is kind of getting out of that in the sense of, encouraging our men that it's okay to cry, it's okay to feel, teaching our children to do that. I don't think we're there yet at all. And I think that in the sense of black men trying to be good fathers, trying to do role reversals in the sense of showing America and other cultures that men are something in our community, I think it even puts a heavier burden on them and a heavier load, and that we don't address those things in the African American community. So if you're listening and you're someone who is dealing with mental health, especially African American men, reach out to somebody, talk to somebody. I know a lot of times us black women can pop off and our hands go like this when we talk, but in reality, we want to know what you think and how you feel, and we want to know that you have an outlet, even if it's not us. Talk to somebody, talk to your boy, get a counselor. A lot of programs at work have EAP programs, employee assistance programs, where you can talk to somebody 6 sessions, even if you don't have the benefits to do so. Please look into those so that we can speak to someone and get these things off of our chest in our culture. Dom, what you think about it?
I'm guilty of, at one point in my life, I was like, I can't argue with guys. I can't stand when you guys are like, I'm emotional. Why are you so emotional? But, I've come to realize that I can't do that. I think it is a lot of pressure on them of not crying, of not showing weakness, of not being soft, of not having any kind of emotion. But that's where we get hard with the why do you have emotions type thing. Or when they're not showing emotions, we get angry. But we're not allowing them that space and that opportunity to show us that. So I think it's a big problem. I think we do need to talk about that. I think we need to be, as women, also be more aware of that. That we're not the only ones that have emotions. We're not the only ones that can express emotions. I'm all for it. Cry in front of me. Do it, Because if I want to come to you and I want to show you everything about me, if I want to show you my weaknesses, I need to understand yours as well. I need to understand your emotions just as much as I want you to understand mine.
Yep, I agree. What you think, D?
Men are strong. Men are strong, man, and we out here. We are out here, man. I am a black father, and I am in awe of my kids' lives. I don't know if that what that got to do with mental health or whatever, but I don't know. I felt something come over me when we started talking about this. But man, goddamn it, black men are here.
Yeah.
Black men are here more than we probably ever been before. And I don't know whatever the bullshit is that people talk about that happened in the past and daddy's not being here and all that other shit. But black men are here. Black men are strong. And we do what we can. We do what we do. Shit, man, my girl constantly asks me, talk to me, tell me what's on your mind. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how you feel. And I'm not always there. I don't always do it. And a lot of times I hold back. But at the end of the day, we do need to have somebody to confide in, because that's just everybody. That's just people in general. People need somebody to talk to, and I think that's probably one of the biggest ways to combat mental illness, or what we think is mental illness. But we got to talk. We got to get it out. We got to get it out of our system. But black men are here. Black men are fathers. Black men are strong.
That's what's up. Give it up for the
love
black
that.
men, the black dads.
Amen.
That's what's up. Coach, what you think, man?
I'm kind of piggyback off of what he just said. It just seems like to me, like, obviously, I don't have any kids, or none that out there that I know of. I don't know. But personally, I'm a dude that was raised as, like I was saying before, you kind of keep everything in-house. But just because I kept everything in-house didn't mean I had people that I couldn't go out there and confide in. I think what it comes down to is, like he says, it's about communication. And I think that's just in general. Like, I got to be out there and feel comfortable enough to go out there and, let you in. And that's not necessarily just with your wife or your girlfriend or whatever. That's just in general. But personally, I've always been an honest dude. I've always been a straight up, you ask me a question, you're going to get an answer. And I have that same kind of mentality towards everybody else I kind of interact with. Now, I can kind of differentiate between the bullshit and, like, real. Are you just talking to me? Or are you just, are you actually wanting my opinion, or are you just running off at the mouth? And personally, I'm just one of those guys that if I have something to say, I'm going to go out there and say it. Now, I may not show it. I may not say it verbally, but I may go out there and actually show it physically. Like I said, I may actually go do something for you. I I think that a lot of people just use a lot of that as an excuse.
Period. Don't go off what I say. Go off what I do.
Yeah, exactly. It's because that's where the miscommunication kind of comes into play. Is that people think that as black men we don't talk much. It's not necessarily what we talk about. It's about what we actually are doing. That's personally what I think.
Period.
Absolutely.
Period.
Go ahead.
We're conditioned to be that way, though.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to feel. We're not supposed to have opinions on emotional matters or things that cause us to speak from right here. We're told that we have to be these brutes that are out here protecting our women and children, and we bring home what we're supposed to bring home. But again, we still carry that negative stigma that we place, that society has placed on us. And what people don't realize, and I'm speaking as a black man, it's hard out here. And I see that the older I get. It's hard. We go through so much in life, and I try to hold it in at times. Sometimes I might break down and rant on Facebook, which helps. I know I've said in the past that I'm against Facebook rants and things like that, but it's good to let that stuff out. You can't hold it in. I held stuff in for a long time. I kept my mouth closed about so much, and I didn't realize the damage it was doing to me internally. I didn't realize that it was causing me to be an unpleasant person, whereas I'm normally happy, cheerful. Y'all know how I am, I like to have a good time. Yeah. And I still struggle with that. That's how me and Dom ended up falling out last week. She was trying to help me, and I was in a moment where it was just like, leave me the fuck alone. I couldn't talk to nobody, but I couldn't communicate that because I'm trying to hold it in. I'm trying not to be that way, and I ended up just lashing out. So I think it's important that, one, we get the support that we need from our women. Y'all, we gotta stop bashing the brothers out here. If we not doing what we supposed to do, hold us accountable. There's a lot of like D said, we are coming up. There's a lot of great men doing great things out here. Shout out to my father, led by example, great man. My grandfather, all my uncles, but everybody doesn't have that example to live from.
Right.
Shout out to my dad and my girl's dad, man. Those are two wonderful dads, man, that's just in their kids' lives and just they talk to us, and man, just shout out to them. Just shout out to them. Nothing long.
Just shout out to my dad. It's actually not even my real dad, but when a guy can step up, you know what I'm saying, to another woman's child, and you can't tell this man that I'm not his daughter. So it's good men, Shout out to you, Dad. I love you.
All right, and we also want to give a shout out to Christopher Marks, who's watching us live on Facebook.
What's up, Chris? Yo, what's up?
Yo. So he
C-Money.
says that his dad used to say that pressure busts pipes. So if we as men continue to hold our feelings in without having the proper release, we're going to explode. And exploding could mean lots of different things. It could be physical abuse. It could be drugs. And we need to be able to talk to someone before the explosion comes. I absolutely agree with that. And then Melissa says, men are doing great things, but I think a key to the healing of men is to let yourself be loved. Which I think is a really great point.
That is a
That's
great
right.
point.
My
I know
dad-
I struggle with that.
Yeah.
It's hard to let people win, and I know
It is.
and it's coming from a place of pain, whereas before we may have tried. I know I've tried before. It's like, what? What? Go be out here. Go out in the streets. Go be tough. Don't give me all that emotional stuff. You too emotional. No, I'm just speaking from what's real, and I'm trying to tell you what I need.
Yeah,
All right,
my granddad used to tell us, speak up. So most men are told, don't cry, don't show emotion. But my granddad used to tell us, speak up, because sometimes the things that are not said are the things that need to be heard.
Period.
Absolutely. So shout out to all the men out there. We care about you. We love you. We support you as a culture. And if you need us, we are here for you. Let us know if you need help with anything. Contact us on our Facebook or Instagram pages. Let's go, Shay.
All right, now I'm coming to y'all with Seal with the Kiss. This week we have a letter that was sent in.
Shay, what's Seal with a Kiss?
Seal with the Kiss is I have like a little post that I put on the page where you can send in your letters. It doesn't have to be about you. It could be anonymous. If you want to ask for relationship advice, if you want to post something that's going on with your life, you can remain anonymous, or you can just speak your name, whatever you want to. I'll speak it on here. We'll be live, and you can get comments and stuff. So we have this letter this week, and I'm going to go ahead and give it to y'all. Y'all ready for this?
I'm always ready.
All right.
Why are you whispering? Just say it.
Tacos.
It's always that one.
It's not about tacos.
Say it with your
always
chest.
about tacos.
All right.
It's always that one.
Say, Dear Seal with the Kiss, my name is Tara. I am a 35-year-old wife and mother. My husband and I have 2 children, and we have been married for 5 years. We recently celebrated our 5th anniversary back in August. My husband and I decided to do a couple's anniversary trip with my best friend and her husband to California. During our outings and sightseeing, I noticed her husband kept staring at me strangely. Not in a disgusting way, but with lust in his eyes. I brushed it off because we had all been drinking. Later on that night, after we all got back to our hotel and fell asleep, I left me and my husband's room to go and get some ice. When I reached the ice machine, I heard a door close. I didn't think anything of it until I turned around and my bestie's husband was right in my face. All of a sudden, he says, "Tara, I've always been in love with you. I wish I would have met you first. I am not happy with your homegirl, and I want to be with you." I stood there speechless at first, and then told him he was wrong as hell and I don't look at him in that way. He then grabbed me and kissed me. I won't lie, that kiss damn near shot my panties across the hallway. He then released me, told me to think about what he said, and went back to their room. You guys, now I'm conflicted. Do I tell my bestie and husband and possibly ruin a marriage and a friendship, or do I keep it to myself? Help me, please. Sincerely, Lady torn between the two. All right, now I'm going to go with Lady E first to see her thoughts on this.
So for me, I am going to tell her that she need to leave that friend alone, because that husband is going to get her in trouble.
Yeah.
She needs to make a decision. Well, first of all, even if she don't want her husband, she can't have him. He messy.
Yeah.
And if he'll do this to her, he'll do it to you.
Right.
So leave well enough alone. I don't know if you should go telling people because it's going to stir the pot.
Yes.
But I think that she should go ahead and just be like, you know what? Thank you for coming. Have a good day. God bless you, sir. And leave him over to the side and be like, listen, best friend, we can only do one-on-ones at the coffee shop. No more couples events. I'm out.
Right. Okay, Don.
So I guess I'm gonna be bad because I'm gonna tell. I love you more than keeping it to myself, and I'm willing to risk you not talking to me again because I'd rather you know that happened than for me to continue smiling in your face or coming to events knowing that he's done this. You know, I mean, I will say it's just me and you from now on because now I don't feel comfortable, and I think you shouldn't feel comfortable. And how dare you put me in that predicament?
Right.
How dare you?
That's your coach.
The old line used to be truth hurts, right? Well, this is one of them times where the truth is about to hurt because the way I look at it is I'm going to say something. Because if you put the situation on the other foot, you know, like if one of my boys, if we was doing the same exact thing and I was with like my boy and his wife and me and my wife were out and I'm out there getting that ice and she comes up to me and doing that whole thing or whatever, I'm going to say something because I've known my boy a whole lot longer than I've known you. And I can't go out there and look at him in the face and go out there and say, you know what? No, everything's cool. I can't just look at him straight up as a man to man. I can't go out there and just say, hey, I can't let that slide. So I'm just going to tell him straight up. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm not going to be yelling and screaming or nothing like that. I'm just going to be real with him. Say, look, dog, this is what happened. If you want to fight me, hey, whatever. But, hey, I had to let it be known. Whatever else happens, happens.
Okay, skateboard P. I mean, Hollywood P.
New nickname alert. New nickname
Hollywood
alert.
P. My bad. Go ahead.
So the counselor side of me says, we all on this trip together. I'm going to call everybody together and I'm going to put it out there right there in front of everybody because it takes away the opportunity for him to make a whole fabricated story about what happened and to switch places. So it's like, hey, so this is what happened. This is how it made me feel. I did like it, but here's what went on, and this is my solution. One-on-ones from now on. And because although I liked it as the female, it also affirms your man that you're willing to tell him everything, including the fact that you liked it. And so I think that, of course, it's going to take him off guard, but it's going to build a bigger bond of trust, too, at the same time.
D-Walk?
Unfuck it up. Unfuck it up immediately. I'm snitching. I'm telling, don't come kissing with me. Don't come kissing me. Don't come touching me. Don't come telling me shit. I don't want nothing to do with you. I just want a happy home. I want a happy home, happy kids, happy life. They say happy wife, happy wife,
Happy
happy
life.
life.
So she saying she should tell immediately? Is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yes, she should tell. And if the shoe was on the other foot, where a chick came and did something to me that was unexpected and unwanted,
And you
I'm
would do the
telling
same?
her. I'm telling her. I'm in a space right now in my life where I don't want nothing that's
Detrimental.
yeah, sure, detrimental. that's detrimental to my happiness. I need to be happy. I need to be at peace, and I cannot walk around knowing that some shit happened and I didn't tell you, and now it's this cloud over me that's just has me stressed. That's got me stressed. That's got me wondering, oh, is she gonna say something? Is she gonna say, oh, she came up on me and she kissed me and I didn't even say anything? You know what I'm saying? I need peace. I need that peace in my life.
All right, Scooby Rose.
I think Tara, is that her name?
Tara. Yeah.
You need to
Tear
go
a
say.
family
You need to go
apart.
tell the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell the truth. Don't hold that in, because I need the opportunity to go put my hands on that brother. He getting a full
See,
scholarship.
that's why I said
To
don't
these
say
hands
nothing.
university.
Because I don't want nobody fighting.
No, but I need
but
to know.
we
My
need to
boy
fight.
He need to catch them hands.
yeah,
He
he,
need to catch
he
them
needs a
And he
full.
was-
You gonna get a double scholarship.
He was
So
about
you
to
get
I'm not
some-
do it while
condoning
we
the
all
fight.
together.
And he better not press charge.
I'm not
But-
condoning fighting.
Judge Judy
but
gonna feel me.
Listen, no, real talk, Tara. Let your man know what the fuck happened. That's foul. That's foul. Bro, man, need to catch these hands because you don't do shit like that. Now I get it. You know, you might find my girl attractive or whatever, but you keep that shit to yourself. I don't ever need to know that. She should never know that. We should never see nothing outside the friendship. And that takes me back to a story in college about my roommate, but I'll get into that another time.
Me personally, Tara, yeah, go ahead and tell. Like P, because I'm not calling him Hollywood. Like P, go ahead and tell, just so therefore he won't have a story made up already. He ain't got time to make up a story. I done been through a situation where I done peeped my friend, dude or whatever, cheating, whatever, went back and said something. Now she mad at me. Our friendship is over because she's saying I'm on some hate and shit, whatever the case may be. We about to put it all on the floor right then and there and get this all out. If you choose not to believe that shit after the fact, cool. But just know that this is what happened. This is what I'm telling you. If you don't believe it, look at the camera. Shit, that's what you do because, you know, you got to. So all I can tell you is go ahead and do what you got to do and hope for the best. Good luck, girl.
Absolutely. So if you guys have a story to tell and you want us to discuss your story live on our podcast, please send your letters in to wokishpodcast19@gmail.com. Shay Latisse will pick the best story for the week and we will read it live on the air and give you some additional feedback. So let's give it over to...
Real quick, shout out to Tara for being brave enough to do that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tara.
Very- Shout out to asking us for advice.
Yeah.
Right. I'm the last one.
I think that falls in line with being brave enough to do that, dude.
Maybe, but you know, some people need a verbal confirmation.
Yeah, that's
All right, let's shoot it over
That ain't
to
what I just
Hollywood.
did. We gonna sidebar
So
that.
while
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
So while we're talking about, you know, her, while we're talking about Tara telling her spouse or whatever, I think if she didn't tell him that it'd be a lot of regret. And so because of regret brings me to our mind question of the week, right? So my question that I want to pose is, if you can apologize to yourself about anything that has happened in your life so far, what would you apologize to yourself about? Damien.
Who?
called this man.
D-Walk, your name is Damien. Your name is Damien Walker.
Okay, that was petty. That was petty. Okay. That was petty.
Y'all so rude.
Bro. If I had to apologize, I would apologize to myself for making impulsive decisions. As a youngin, I made a lot of decisions on the fly, and if I seen something, I wanted it. I went somewhere, I wanted to do it. It was just, always impulse, never a whole lot of thought into it. And then my grandpa always had a saying. So I'm gonna tell everybody that saying right here was be proactive, not reactive. And that's something that always stuck with me throughout adulthood. Really, just always think about everything. Think about everything. Think about all outcomes. And if you don't have the opportunity to be proactive, just know the best way to react when you have to. Thank you, Grandpa. That was the best advice I ever heard.
Shayla.
I would say, I would apologize. He said, about being spontaneous and stuff. I would say about not taking the chances I knew that I should took. I procrastinated on a lot of things and was scared of failure. And when you scared of failure, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna move in anything. You know what I'm saying? Because everything off top is not gonna be a success. You gotta keep trying, keep stepping up, and keep doing this. So, sorry, Shay Shay. Sorry, I didn't buy that car or walk down that street or spend that money. You know what I'm saying? Just that's it.
That's what's up, Coach.
The one thing I can think of that I would apologize to myself for is not letting, stop beating yourself up. Don't go out there and look at things. Stop looking at things as a negative. Don't go out there and look at things like you made decisions. You dealt with it. It is what it is. Don't look at it in a negative. Look at it as a learning experience. So take whatever happened, learn from it, and move on to the next. That's the way I do it. That's what I would say to myself.
Cool. Scoop.
I've been trying to mentally prepare myself for this question ever since you gave it to me, Pierre, because this is a tough one for me because I'm so critical of myself. And, in putting this podcast together, I've gotten a lot of great feedback for what it's been doing for everybody on the team and what we're actually putting out for the culture. And I'm extremely hard on myself because of my failures in the past. And the past couple of weeks, connecting with y'all, I hate that I'm even doing this right now because this is real for me. Being able to free myself over everything that everybody said I couldn't do, over everything that everybody said they didn't like about me or wasn't a good idea. And I had people hate hard on what we've been trying to do here to reconnect with the culture and put out something of substance for our people and to get the response that we've been getting. Shout out to everybody that has been listening and connecting with us. And
Thank you.
Right.
So
Thank you.
Thank you kindly.
to myself,
showed up and
I gotta
showed out.
apologize myself for not believing in myself the way that I should have, for not thinking that I was good enough, for letting my failures and the negative hate and shit that people had to say about what I was trying to do or who I am as a person tear me down. So Greg, I'm sorry.
Cool.
That's right.
Dom.
Well, man, settling with everything, life, friendships, loveships, jobs, careers. I spent a lot of my years never feeling good enough. And because of that, I always said, I can't do this, I can't do that. That person's better at it than me. Or, Dom, really, come on, chill out. You're doing too much. You don't do that. So I apologize to me because I'm fucking awesome.
Yes, you
I
are.
am fucking awesome.
Yes, you are.
You know what I'm saying? And I
Mild
spent.
sauce.
All right, Claude.
I'm actually
I'm
spicy.
fucking
I'm spicy. Okay.
That's right, honey.
But for real, I apologize to me for that because I spent most of my life not being good enough, and I settled for everything, just trying to survive, just trying to pay bills, just trying to do this because I'm like, you know what? You're a mom. You can't do that. You got to do this over here and make sure she's okay, and you can't worry about Dom. You got to worry about her first. So I settled. I settled for everything less than me, but I'm coming for everything that I can get and more.
That's right, girl.
Love yourself,
right.
girl.
Lady
Hey,
E.
what?
Hey,
Hey,
I,
what?
I too was dreading this question. I noticed that when I was in high school, it was very important for me to be smart. I wanted to be educationally sound. I wanted to be the best at everything, but especially academia. And when I got to college, I allowed my peers to talk me into failing being an option. And I think that I adopted that in my life somewhere. And the perseverance that I had and the go-getting that I had as a child, I missed that about myself. And I apologize to me for allowing other people to influence how I felt about myself. I didn't deserve to dumb myself down to make
right.
other people feel smart
Yeah.
or to want to be a part of a group, so I had to change my culture or change who I was as a person.
Yeah.
It wasn't fair to me, and I apologize to myself for that because I think it changed the trajectory of where I am today
Yep.
because I didn't accept me then.
Yeah.
And so looking back at it, I will say, though, for this year, I plan for that to change. And I believe that I am smart and I am capable and I am able.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
it will be my mantra to move forward this year.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
Snap that up. Yes.
So
God
I
Loving
dreaded,
that.
Damn
Loving
I dreaded
that.
answering my own question because
Shameful.
it caused me to look at me.
Yes.
Look at me.
Yes, that's what it
And so if I could apologize to myself for anything, it's a few things. I would apologize because I always hear you're so gifted at so many things. And so I've dummied myself down to that. And so first thing I'm apologize to myself for is for not realizing it's okay to be great at a lot of things. But the main thing that I will apologize to myself for is being everybody else's Superman and not my own.
Bro,
All
can
right,
we
now.
put half of what you say on a T-shirt?
is. Hey, shout out to
other
a more
half in
unique.
Detroit.
Shout out to a more unique. We throw that on a shirt.
I like that.
We'll throw that on a shirt.
I'll buy it
You
for
know,
like
because
$10.
Next
For
to-
real,
next
I
to
like that. I
MBJ.
need that same one.
You know, like
Full MBJ on the shirt, please. Thank you.
Because, like, I really
put the
rush
words
to
under.
everybody's rescue, and I have the answers for everybody else. But when
Yeah.
it comes to me, I'm like, I don't know what to do. In reality, I do, but I have numbed myself to believing, providing, and pushing me.
Yeah.
And I push everybody else. And so I would apologize for not pushing me.
That I love that.
So-
I love that. I love that. Oh, I'm
Shit.
sorry, I gotta clap that
Okay.
one.
Bro,
I might have to change my name. I'm not gonna be the
Not
coach no
pushing.
more.
Right.
so
What you gonna change your name
I don't
to?
know. It might make him the coach. I don't know.
You want something inspirational.
I am a certified life
family.
coach.
All
You
right,
guys
then.
can-
let me ask y'all a quick question because we talked a lot about love and loving ourselves and loving our family and all that stuff. So let's get back into relationships real quick and then we'll close out. Is it possible to be in love with more than one person at the same time? First lady.
In love?
In love.
In love.
Like in love.
I don't think so. I think you can be in lust. I think that you can like. I think you can be very fond of. I think you can be jealous of. I think you can want. I don't think you can be in love with more than one person at one time. I don't think that your heart is capable of being able to give out to that one person your all and duplicate that at the same time.
You better say that first lady. D-Walk, what you think?
Yeah, you can be in love with more than one person.
Why did I go to him next? Ain't nobody tell me in school you had a little too much to
I
drink.
I am not doing this on purpose.
tried to
I
push.
am not doing this on purpose. But
Go ahead, push the envelope.
yes, you can be. I think it's up to the person, and it's up to the person on the other end of reciprocation. If you can deal with another person being in love with more than one person, then the person can give love to more than one person.
I'm so lost. I don't.
And you know,
what are you talking about?
as I said it, I was a little lost myself. But I think you can love
You
more than one
basically-
person.
you
If you have more
Yeah,
than
move that
one, if
way.
you have more than one kid, I got up 2 fingers.
D.
But if you have more than one kid, then you can love more than one kid. The heart
not
is
being
not.
That's
in
not
love
being
with
in
them.
love.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
With your children? With your children? I'm in love.
I am
with
in
my
love
children.
with
No,
I
you
would
have
do
to listen
it.
to
I'm
what
in
he
love with
said.
my
He said
children.
we're
I do
talking about
anything for-
relationships.
Okay.
Welcome back to the
He
conversation. Dave.
stipulated relationships.
Okay.
Your minute is up.
All right, yep, we gotta keep going. Shay.
No, absolutely not. I don't think you can be in love with more than one person because, like you said, like Lady E said, it's lust. I can't feel what I feel for one person deep down in my soul. I can't live without this person. I can't go on without them and still feel the exact same way about another person. I just can't. Hell no. No, I could love you. I could love you, but not be in love with you.
Coach, to piggyback off of what Shay said, it's the same exact thing.
Y'all know
You
this
can
coach say
love-
piggyback on everything.
So what? We just added
Throw
it.
me some bacon. Well, come on. But
Shay, you owe him bacon.
Right, I mean, yeah. But I think that, like she said, you can love somebody. You can love somebody, but not be in love with somebody. You can love somebody's personality. You can love what this, that, and the other thing. But truly in love means, to me, is unconditional. That means that anything you do, I'm gonna go out there and do for you because I genuinely care about you, top to bottom, head to toe, the whole deal. And as far as relationships are concerned, so that's what I think. In love, I mean, you can't be in with two people, man.
Dom G.
Okay, so Dom is a big ball of love. I love,
You sure
I love,
are. We
I
love
He
you.
is.
love.
Don't love everybody.
I
love
love
announcing
y'all.
text
Except for me
message.
sometimes.
Y'all don't make me blush. Y'all gonna make me cry again. Fuck y'all. I'm a G. I don't cry. Okay.
You got a G in your
Only
name.
twice
I
a
wouldn't
show.
say. I wouldn't call you.
You
a
only
G.
cry twice a show.
All right.
But you know what? If I'm honest, I have never been in love. I have never been in love. Like I don't know. Nobody has ever made me feel that strongly for them besides my daughter. So I don't know. Like I would go to the end of the earth for my kid. I can't say that I would honestly do that for anybody else.
That's
I
real.
get that.
When you're in love with a person, you are immensely emerging that person in your heart. And so if I'm emerging somebody in my heart and I'm in love with them, I don't have time to emerge two people. And so I have to wrap up my mind to figure out everything about that person. And I have to wake up figuring out a new reason to love them every day.
Come on,
Yeah.
new reason.
And so it's a journey of discovery. So if I'm waking up every morning, I'm finding a new reason to love you, which means that if I'm finding a new reason to love you, I can't wrap my mind around trying to find another reason to love this person.
Exactly.
And so once you're in my heart, you're in my heart. Now I can love you, but not be in a relationship with you. But being in love with a person, you only got room for one.
Bro,
That's
I
it.
wish,
Yep,
we
that's
we
right.
had more time, bro.
God,
We gotta start letting Pierre
yeah,
talk
we need
first.
3 hours.
Family. We thank y'all so much from the bottom of our heart for connecting with us on our 1 month anniversary here at Podcast.
Hey,
Shout out to
Randy.
the greatest
Term, but it's
engineer
really
in the history of the
Randy.
game, Randy. Family, we thank y'all for connecting with us. To wrap this up real quick, I think the essence of this conversation has been love for ourselves, love for our family, love for the culture.
Love for the culture.
Love for the culture. Love is a serious emotion that we cannot take lightly.
Nope.
We can't. Everybody needs it. Whether it's love, for the family, for the friends, whether it's love for the culture, whether it's love, for your significant other, it's an emotion not to be played with, and we need to take it serious. I know I had to say it twice back to back because that's how important it is. Let's be serious with it, and let's stop abusing such a fabulous emotion that can make you feel like everything.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Make the
All
world
right.
go round.
Well, y'all, this is the end of our anniversary episode. We thank you again for rocking with us. Please continue to connect with us on Facebook at
Instagram.
Woke-ish, on Instagram, woke_ish_19. We thank y'all again. We do this for one reason and one reason only.
We do it for the
For
culture.
the
the
culture.
culture.
We do it for the culture. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Bring back the
My mama told